Page 18, Niagara Falls. In this lesson, they're introducing another musical term for you to know from now on, forever and ever and ever. DC all coda. Italian again, and actually this is in two parts. You have a DC and you have an all coda. Because sometimes you'll see the DC by itself or with something else, and sometimes you'll see something else before the all coda. Doesn't matter, just understand what they are and you can just take things as they come. DC means go back to the beginning. Don't ask questions, don't do them, just go to the beginning. All coda means go to the coda. I'll discuss those in detail when I get to it as part of the routine of learning a piece of music. So first I'm going to look this over. I see it's about 2 pages of music to learn. The clef signs are treble and bass clef. There's no sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major. Make sure you're doing the C major scale. 3/4 time signature. Okay, I see a bunch of quarter notes and dotted half notes. Bunch of broken chords all over everywhere. Because we're starting out with C chords here. At the beginning, here, left hand, and then here, and then here, it's here and here. They're just broken C chords. And when you learn to see these patterns in music, it makes learning to play the music so much easier. So, since we're doing this most of the time one hand or the other, I'm going to take both hands at the same time. Otherwise, if we're tricky, I'd do one hand at a time. But here, we're up here, it's these three, and the left hand, LH for left hand, does these. And then get your right hand over, ready to go, because it's going to do the same notes. And as it's doing, get the left hand down. And the right hand is over here. And then the left hand comes here. Well, actually, it's already there. And then as you're holding that down, come back up and do the whole mess again. Okay. Now when you get to measure 15, that chord is a 5/7 chord. Now, see, normally we'd say 5/7 is this, but remember I said 5/7 has 4 notes in it? Now we can use either of these notes. That's what they're doing. We're using this note now. All right. And then measure 17 is the broken 5/7 chord. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You'll notice in the right hand, all those dotted half notes. That's that 5/7 chord. That's all. And then we're back to the G chord now, which is a 5 chord in the key of C. Here. Left hand is here. And left hand over. You see on measures 30 and 31, above the top staff there's an AVA. That means go up an octave. So instead of here, you're up here. It blends in here. That's all. That way we don't have to read quite so many ledger lines. It makes it a little easier to read the music. Now for the coda, you're down here, right hand first, because both clefs are bass clef here, huh? And then the C chord, right hand, and then the left hand, and then the left hand again, and then here. Here, so okay. And then for measure 45, is it? We're here, and that's tied for 2 measures, and then we got to move down here. And you don't have to use 3rd finger. You can use whatever finger you want. I generally use the closest finger, which means it would be 5 and 1. I don't care which finger you use, but you got to lift up both hands and move. Now once I have an idea of the notes and the rhythms and all, then I go back over it slowly and I get rid of the hesitation, so it's a steady beat all the way through. Once I can do that, I'll think about the articulation. And in this piece, it's all connected. You just pretty much connect. You have accents if you want them. First one is a here, and this, and again. So you just put in the accents, okay. Otherwise, you're pretty much connecting it. Then the dynamics, F at the beginning is loud, forte, heavy, whatever. That makes the accented note a very loud note. Then we have the diminuendo at measures 5 and 6. So you come down, they don't tell you how much to come down, you just feel it. Come down to about a moderately soft or so, somewhere in there. So you're loud, measure 5, then come down sort of loud, and now sort of soft. Each one gets a little softer there. You take it on a case-by-case basis on figuring out the diminuendos and crescendos. And then you're loud again, you can read the dynamics. Once I have the dynamics, I understand them and can sort of do them. Then I'll think about the speed. Moderately, it says not fast or slow. Slow would be, that's slow. Fast would be, moderate's in the middle. Just a nice, it's got to be accurate. So what can you do accurately with no hesitations? 2, 3, 1, 2, somewhere in there. Now they've added pedal. You don't need pedal, you can do it just fine without, and hopefully you learn it without pedal first so you know what the hands are doing, you can hear what the hands are doing. But what is the pedal doing here? Well, again, it's a special effect. It's Niagara Falls coming, the water's cascading, it's kind of a misty coming down. So I'm going to push the note down first and then the pedal. I want to start the sound before I release the overtones. So it's, and then when I lift the pedal, I'll measure 7. It's right after I play the note. So the pedal lags behind what I'm doing with the hands. It's not always the case, but in this piece, that's how we're going to do it. It's how it's done most of the time. So at the beginning, it's here. Please don't copy me. It's just one way of doing it. You don't have to take it at that speed. You can do more with the dynamics, experiment a little bit and see what you think. I tend to want to pedal longer held notes. That's one of the things the pedal does for us. We can pedal longer held notes. It gives them a little more color, a little more flavor. Here, like on measure 7 and 8 here, and we could color that, just pedal it. Just add the overtones, it's very nice. You could do that if you wanted to. Then the same with the coda, the first two. I could pedal each of those notes just to give them a little more color. It's a personal thing, it's part of interpreting the music, how you use the pedal. Now, remember the DC. At the end of the second line there on page 19, whatever measure that is, there's a DC all coda. Remember, DC goes back to the beginning. And the sign for the coda is a circle with the crosshairs. And that is a measure, 15 or so? It says to coda. You don't need the words. You need the circle and the crosshairs. So when you get to that point, you immediately jump over to the coda. So those G's, coda. Just play those G's as though they were right there. Keep the beat going. The fermata at the end, you hold that as long as you feel is necessary. If I play it with a metronome, I would just hold it for 6 counts. Otherwise, I'm just going to feel it. Hold it as long as it feels right and then let go. Pedal and everything come up together. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. Now, I'm not going to do the dynamics and I'm not going to do the pedal because you hear it better without the pedal. I'll give us 3 counts. We're just checking notes and rhythms. 1, ready, go. 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, tie 2 to the beginning. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, tie 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To the coda. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, tie 2, 3. 2, 3, tie 2, 3. 2, 3, tie 2, 3. Hold 2, 3 off.